welcome back to the Empowerment Podcast.
My name is Christina,
And I'm Xander.
and we both, Xana and me, we have a common ground. We explore life and us since many years, and we met on a self-development training, which calls Avatar. And since that, we are colleagues, and we love to explore that area. And that's why we have a podcast, because we want to share our thoughts with you, and we are also interested in your thoughts about
Yes.
certain things. It's all about empowerment. But today we brought a very special topic, which probably everyone knows, and that is how did we call it, Xander?
How to deal with limitations.
Exactly. So we understand it in that way. For example, I was somebody who gave up easily. I still remember these moments in school sports where I didn't even try it anymore to throw the ball because I know you already will not last anywhere, and it's not good enough, and I don't reach anything what I want, so I even didn't try anymore. And I
Yeah,
accepted my limit and then I believe I can't do it. I'm not good in this.
yeah, yeah. And then you don't try anymore, and
No.
that's it for that path. That may have brought a lot of joy and
Yeah.
encouragement, or
20 years later,
yeah,
trying
yeah,
sports, I still believe I
yeah,
can't do it. It's not
yeah,
mine. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I have that. I think I hit that real time with when I once played chess, and I got beat. I think that was the first time I tried it, and against a buddy of mine, and he beat me in 3 moves. I was so discouraged after that. He told me that's exactly not what you should do, and then he beat me in 2 moves, and I never played chess again.
That's
Like,
funny.
yeah,
I played once in my life chess and I won. So I
yeah.
believe I'm a good chess player, and I never tried it again.
Oh, really? Yeah. So it can go both ways, you know. And it sort of makes me think about that we somehow need the challenge in a way to like that
Yeah.
it makes it eager to grow. It makes you eager to grow. Like not like for me when I get too much challenge, it's I discourage and when it's too easy, I also think so you need the right amount of challenge maybe to deal with a limitation.
Yeah, and that is what I find so interesting. For example, with my sport idea, or I don't know, I have also other examples that I kind of accepted it as a truth. And I didn't try it anymore. I gave up, and I kind of even told it to other people. So it was my absolutely truth in that area that I'm not good in that.
Yeah.
But it stopped also my ability to learn. I kind of didn't learn in that area anymore. It was done, finished,
Yeah.
finito.
Yeah. There's not something you looked at anymore.
No,
No.
not at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, my body brought me back to look into it.
Mm.
Of course, my body says no, no, no.
Mm. Yeah. It
That's not
starts to.
healthy.
Yeah.
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 Maybe you need to evaluate again what
Yeah.
you believe there. And my limits were not so physical like I thought. They were more in my mind. And I still have it in the gym that I don't uh, think I can
Mm.
carry so much weight, or
Mm.
I can do this exercise 10 times more. I believe probably I can't. And
Mm.
sometimes now I try, and then I'm very surprised that many times I can.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. So actually being open to try it, to actually explore, is this actually a limitation to try it again is an important step. I have also in the gym, I do a lot of workout classes and I get certain exercises assigned. And what I notice is after a while, 40 minutes in, I get very tired and it's always there. I hit a limitation there. But it's always interesting, like when a certain song comes up or there's another exercise that I will do next. Suddenly there's this burst of energy, and I go for it again. And sometimes that doesn't happen. I sometimes already have given up, and it's like it's a drag, and I can drag myself on very well, but I don't think I actually deal with the limitation. I just push through until it's sort of finished, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. But that kind of tell me how powerful trying is.
Yeah.
I have it with languages. I had not such a nice English classes in my school, and then I believed I'm not so good in languages. And later I needed English, and I told everyone I'm not so good in English. I'm not so good in the end. And then I learned it, and I was surprised.
Mm.
Do you know when you change something and you still feel like you can't, but you do it? It's like you still say the mind is still thinking, but you're experiencing something else.
Right.
And that's such a good example and sign for that it's not all true what we think.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it is, but sometimes maybe not. It's
Yeah.
questionable.
And it's so nice to ask for help in to that someone can support you through that process. I'm in the process of learning the skill of playing table tennis, and there was this very weird thing that I sort of got a glitch in my mind where somehow I couldn't do my backhand anymore. I could play forehand, but backhand it was like would do with the racket like chick or chick, and it's like ball would fly anywhere, and I could play backhand. There was just some weird thing that happened, and then I had to go for a match, and teammates really supported me. Just keep playing, keep
Wow.
trying. And after half an hour, I suddenly got it again. My mind was back on it, and so to also keep going. And sometimes you need a friend also but it takes a little bit of vulnerability to try again, I guess.
Oh my God, encouragement. We
Yeah,
underestimate that sometimes. Yeah, if I
yeah,
say that or not, I mean, it will not
yeah.
change anything. We don't know.
Yeah.
We can try.
We don't know. It's like our mind that says, no, no, not going to change anything
Yeah.
to keep us here. Yeah, to keep
Don't
us
make
safe.
yourself too important. I
Yeah,
mean, la la
yeah,
la,
yeah,
whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So even if it's not like changing immediately something for us, but it can change something on the other side. And I
yeah,
think teachers are great encouragers. Good
yeah,
teachers are very good in, and you also were teaching some leadership trainings, you
yeah,
told me.
yeah.
I mean, this is really a skill also to bring people through discouragement, that they don't give up on something.
Yeah, just keep trying.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's actually, and I also notice when you encourage others, it's also you get yourself also encouraged. Like
Yeah.
just let's try it again. And it's important, I feel, to be in the process of learning something, even if it's
Mm.
just even if it's anything. But for me, table tennis is just very good. I can get a lot of life lessons from that. Oh, I can maybe also try a little bit harder in another area of life.
And the concept we are grown up is so like you go to school and then you study and then you're done with learning
Yeah,
and then you are like relaxed and earning money or you're working
yeah.
on money.
You work and yeah, you keep
That's
going. Yeah,
that's so boring
yeah, yeah,
in regards to what we are actually capable to do.
yeah,
Maybe we could learn until we not wake up anymore in the morning. Huh?
yeah,
But you say like keep learning something. I mean, we can decide for something where we kind of feel the edge of we don't know exactly how it goes, we are not
yeah,
able to do it, but how could we how could we do it? That's
yeah,
an area to learning is an
yeah.
area to explore without knowing what comes out.
Yeah, I was thinking about relationships. Like
Mm.
sometimes a limitation can be, yeah, I'm this amount of happy in my relationship. Yeah, it's a seven for on a scale from 7 to 10, and sometimes it's a six, and sometimes it's an eight. Yeah, that's about it. But wait, is that maybe there's just a limitation there, and maybe if you be vulnerable, if I'm and to say, this is how I am experiencing. How could we make it a stable 8 or a 9, then we there might be a possibility to change it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In any area, that's so cool. So actually, it's really a personal question. What what is the area we want to learn, we
Yeah.
want to improve, and also the honesty to look in areas where we have accepted already that we
Yeah.
can't do something or that we haven't given up.
Yeah.
And we try to tell ourselves the story that's not giving up, that's true, but
Yeah.
that we, when we are really honest, we see it as something we don't even want to go anymore.
Yeah. No, and it's like no, it's not any not important
Not
anymore. No,
important. Yeah, yeah,
that's not something I
I don't
value.
want that
Yeah.
anymore.
No, it's like that was at that time. Yeah, and now I'm older, wiser, and not that. But yeah, and actually trying to looking at that, I've noticed what are my limitations. I always felt, oh no, I have to look at limitations. That's the worst thing in the world, but it's actually not. It's actually quite empowering to look at it. Hey, that's a limitation. Huh, interesting. Maybe I can do something about it instead of nope, not gonna go there.
Yeah, and I mean, we both are living in this bubble of people who all want to improve themselves, and you can't teach anyone else to leave their comfort zone if you don't do it. I mean, it's not, it's like a football player who was successful when he was 20 and now he's 65 and still telling about achievement in the past.
Yeah,
Um, and
yeah,
that's not, I don't know, that's not really expert level or a level of where you really understand where somebody is, because you are so far away from that, uh, that you like talking about the past all the time
yeah,
and are in, I don't know, something what you have trained yourself to say, but
yeah,
not in the real experience of the
yeah,
other person, no?
yeah.
I don't know how you
May-
see that.
I agree, and maybe it's a nice way to break through that is to be more vulnerable towards others that we have limitations and make that more normal. Just share about that. Yeah, I have a lot of I feel that limitation, and I want to deal with it, but I'm for example not quite sure how to deal with it. But then we're in the process, and we can we can grow together.
And I think it's okay that we don't want to change everything, but there are some things when we are very honest, we all have given up already, which we actually wanted
Yeah.
and would make us happy or would fulfill our heart or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. It's like that question that Harry Palmer poses, what do you really want out of life?
Yeah.
It's a thing to sometimes come back to and like, am I on that path now? Or have I given up to on because of certain limitations that I may be, yeah, not consciously probably, but accepted as true.
Yeah.
And that is the way it was, or that we were influenced in a way and accepted that. But maybe now looking at it again deliberately, yeah, what do I really want out of life? What would I like to change?
And I must say that limitations or uh, a feeling of failure or can be a huge discouragement. And it
Yeah,
can be that you have obstacles which are really there
yeah,
in the physical world.
yeah,
It's not that it's just only the mind thinking differently and then the obstacle poof, disappears.
yeah,
But you stop finding new possibilities when you
yeah,
stop at all these obstacles, and
yeah,
um, you give them the power of it stopped me, but actually you have
mm,
stopped searching for another way.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I think we have often been brought up in a way. There is a few certain ways to do it,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's quite common to explore it in a way. There's always another way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just realized that I want to be more creative with my body, like dancing and singing.
Really.
Yeah, I that's but I have a lot of limitations in that area. I won't start to sing because we get no views, or maybe a lot of them may. Um, but now I postpone it a little bit. Okay, I'll look at it later. But now I think, well, maybe there is another way to start that process actually. And now I feel maybe I can look online, like what are the steps to start learning to sing? Is
Ah,
yeah, yeah. So my neighbor's gonna be happy with me, probably.
wow. Wow. Maybe we can invite your neighbor very soon to the podcast, yeah?
Yeah,
Telling us
how
how is it
how
going?
it's coming along. He has a lot to learn. No, I do not.
Hey, you need to encourage him.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's a very individual process how to deal with limitations, and an important first step is to acknowledge that they're actually there. Look at it again.
Yeah. So yeah, we are interested in how you see that.
Yeah,
And it's not that we don't have limitations anymore, but we are still exploring this area. And if you like to join us, reach out. We are very happy to talk with you about it and to
yeah,
learn also a little bit about how you see it, and maybe to have you have also examples where you achieved something and went
yeah,
through all that and see yourself now as a different person because you have achieved something what you believe maybe is not possible.
yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
very inspiring. It would be great. Oh, thank you for listening, and see you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.